If you could instantly hit delete on all religion and remove it from the world, would you do it?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that because I understand that my experience with religion was extremely toxic. But I do also understand that religion can be a source of community, emotional support for people. We are pack animals. We need each other. And some people need that support system more than others. And religion can be beautiful and it can be positive, but it can also be vicious and it can also be genocidal and it can also be horrific. And so I wouldn't hit delete. I wouldn't throw the baby out with the bathwater. But I would have very, 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 very strict secular laws that keep religion away from the public. So away from government, away from education, away from the media, away from the public sphere. Practice your faith in your home, in your mosque, in your school, in your whatever, and that's it. You can't, none of that can seep out into the public sphere. So I think France is starting now to get that line pretty clear.
Yep.
And they were forced to do that because, of course, they dealt with more terrorism than anyone else in Europe. And so they're forced to finally figure out, what are we going to do? We have so many Muslims in this country and the numbers are increasing. So we have to figure out what is the best strategy forward. So they're doing certain things like making sure that any imam who is preaching in a mosque is licensed. So they have to get their license from France, like the government has to approve them. So they've been vetted, right? So they're not going to be like the kinds of people we see in America or Canada. There was an imam in Detroit that was encouraging on a Friday. He was this is after October 7th. He was telling his people, just go ahead and try to kill a Jew. It's a win-win. It's a win-win situation. If you kill the Jew, you kill the Jew. You die trying, you go to heaven. It's a win-win. Don't worry about it. This is Detroit, Michigan, right? This is United States of America. That guy wouldn't be able to speak up in UAE.
No.
That guy wouldn't be able to say that in Saudi Arabia. That guy wouldn't be able to say that in a lot of Arab countries, and he wouldn't be able to say it in France. But this is what happens. Secular laws against themselves. Free speech, right? Is he inciting violence? I don't know. It's pretty fucking clear. But you know what I mean? This is what they use. It's these nebulous terms and this, hiding under secular laws. So we have to be very, very clear. We have to know our enemy. We have to know and we do not. Absolutely do not. We have to know our enemy and we have to understand how important it is to protect ourselves, and we have to understand their tactics. They're not that smart. They are not, honestly, they're not. They've been doing it. We see what they've been doing all over the world. Like, it's so obvious. We know their tactics. The only reason why it's working here is because we don't know. We don't know what we're up against,
You know what I'll say to that is, it's actually horrifying what I'm about to say. And I want to talk about Israel and Gaza, and because you have both Palestinian and Egyptian heritage. I always wonder, why are they winning the PR war? And if you really look at it, it's not because Israel's bad at it per se, and it's not because they're even good at it. What they've done is they have weaponized the good-hearted nature of the West by allowing their civilians to die, and Hamas goes in the tunnels underground and hides, and their civilians take the brunt of it. And they willingly and gladly allow their civilians, they kill their own civilians, they slaughter their own civilians.
They're doing it right now.
And no one, not a peep. Israel's not there anymore, and they're killing their own people, and they will use their own destruction, the innocent civilians who are suffering, because anyone with a heart and a mind can look at that and say, that's bad. Innocent people shouldn't be dying. And that is why they win the PR war, because they are willing to sacrifice their own civilians to change the hearts and minds of good-minded people, of good-hearted people. Israel's not willing to do that. Israel isn't willing to kill their own civilians to change the minds of people in the West. But when you look at the radicals and you look at what they're willing to do, that's why they're winning this war, because good-hearted people are seeing dead, innocent people, children on their phones and saying this shouldn't be happening. And we agree it shouldn't be happening, but who's to blame?
Yeah.
And it's very easy to look at these horrifying images and say, oh, well, they're the ones that did that. So it's as simple as clear cut as that. And it's not as simple as clear cut as that, because there's so much going on. But if the government is hiding underground in tunnels and pushing the civilians to the top, after that quote unquote government, the terrorist organization, just infiltrated a sovereign nation and slaughtered thousands of people and took hundreds of hostages, the scale of which would have been 30,000 innocent civilians in the United States slaughtered, 10,000 taken hostage to Mexico. What do you think Mexico would be, right? It'd be a fucking parking lot. So that's why they're winning the PR war, because they don't value the lives of their citizens.